Morning. Let's make sure we are running properly. We are. We are. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. My name's Ryan. I try some stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, similar places. Try to make a few extra bucks online. Had a decent weekend doing some stuff. Saints won. Who dat? A few book sales, a couple jacket sales. Went to the flea market to unload some stuff. Had a day, almost sold about, golly, with my daughter's stuff, we broke $300. Me and my daughter, my eldest son, who set up his own spot, uh, went out and sold some stuff. And let's see, we sold a saw, a miter saw, electric miter saw, um, a bunch of small dollar hits, a lot of action figures, a lot of small stuff, handful of tools, old tools do well out there. And it all kind of added up. I don't know that we had a single sale over, like, we had a few people buy a bunch of stuff and spend $30, but like single item, I don't know that I had a whole lot over $10. Didn't sell any of the coats and jackets I brought, which was a little disappointing. I was hoping some of those would move, but they didn't. But that's fine. Uh, but I got rid of a few boxfuls of stuff, and I got one to drop off at the thrift store on the way, whenever I get around to it. So it was a pretty good day at the flea market. So if you're ever in Middle Georgia, the dozens of you that watch, if you're ever in Middle Georgia, there's a really good flea market called Smiley's. It's not great for flipping. Uh, it's okay, but not great because like three-quarters of people out there, I think, are flippers online one way or the other. So it's not great for fun. Occasionally, you'll find stuff you can flip and make a profit on, but most of the time not. So that's what we did. So let's didn't have a whole ton of finds, a small bag of stuff, but nothing real big. Usually it's what usually happens. Either I like major home run on finding something at the flea market or like nothing. So that's about where it was on that. So, but I do have some sales over the weekend. I think 6 sales, which is okay for me for the weekend. But we'll go. So let's jump into those and dive along into it. This one, start off. $9 sale. Nothing, no huge sales, but bread and butter stuff, and I need to get stuff moving. The Wombles annual 1979. I think this was actually done in Britain. This isn't a British thing, so it got over here some kind of way. This is I don't know that this isn't the first Wombles book I sold. I think I may have actually sold another one, but this one for $10. I actually don't. I probably made a buck or two on it after shipping and all that sort of stuff. But this went for $10. It was just one of those fun 1970s books. I was like, yeah, we'll grab that. I bet these lot up pretty well if you can find them in a series or something like that. All right, next. That's 14, 15, and 16. So this batch of sort of young adult Christian biographies. One is Heroes of the Faith, and the other is Christian Heroes Then and Now. Usually, the Christian Heroes Then and Now. A lot of these are missionaries, typically 1700s, 1800s, and like this series is some similar stuff. Fanny Crosby and Billy Graham, sort of young adult biographies. This batch went for $16. And this, to me, this was death pile stuff. I was going through some boxes, like, I need to get those listed. Maybe I've got some more, but this is a pile. So $16 for these 5 books out of on a death pile thing. Take what you can get on some of that stuff just to get it out the door. So I was glad to have that sold. That sold pretty quick, which is always annoying about death pile stuff sometimes when you list it and it sells fast. And you should have listed that a long time ago type mentality, but those went pretty good. Next up, this was a friend find from a friend, Jesus Triumphant by Brian Godawa. He's an author that seems to sell in the $15 range for his books. So I sold another series of his last week, I think. So and this went for $14. So that was a good find there. And finally, on the books, Guitar Electronics, Understanding Wiring. And this was a $15 sale. This was a neat find. Anything specific repair manuals doesn't seem to even mean how old they are. If you've got real specific repair stuff that really dives deep into how to get something fixed, kind of like that, sometimes can be a good find. So that was new. Okay, and a few more things got here. This is a Browning. What is this? This is a little bit older too. Browning Men's XL, sort of a camo thick hunting shirt. This went for $18. Men's jackets, I think I find 10 if you can get them inexpensively, and there's kind of a name brand, you can actually kind of find a market for them. So Realtree, camo, that sort of stuff, outdoorsy stuff that isn't just a shirt, or sometimes pants do okay if they're the right ones. So that one for that. And this is, I actually learned something about it. I had this out for sale. This went for $23. This is a sort of a denim red trucker. I learned something. This is a type 3 jacket. If it was Levi's, it would be, and it would have sold for like $100. But it isn't. But there's no hand pocket on it, so it means it's a type 3 of some sort. This is a more generic jacket. There's no maker on it at all. So I think I don't know if I'm actually getting took or whatever. But this one had a ton of views on eBay. So, and it's sort of a basic 1980s men's denim jacket. And this one for $23, and I think the guy probably got a good deal. This is something I don't know that wouldn't go for 40, 50, like if I had an antiques booth or something like that. So that's that, and I'll be getting all this stuff out the door. I was actually kind of glad to see the jacket sell. They've been sitting kind of hard to store for a while. So that's what we're getting at. So no finds really to discuss this morning. Just these books, and we'll see how the next few days go. Whether or not the Christmas season from this point forward gets busy, or if it tails off. I'm expecting a slow week next week, but you can never tell because sometimes people get their eBay gift cards. Go buy somebody an eBay gift card and spend it on my stuff. Yeah. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you next time. Whatever that is. After Christmas. We'll see how that goes.